Meet Jim Rickards, the man who predicted the 2008 crash. Jim Rickards is not your average economist. He's a lawyer, CIA analyst, and financial expert. He's also a New York Times best-selling author. Known for his sharp insights into the global financial system, Rickards has a knack for spotting danger where others see stability. He predicted the 2008 housing crisis. Many dismissed his warnings then. They paid the price. Today, he's sounding the alarm again. This time, it's about the U.S. economy. Rickards' background gives him a unique perspective. He combines economic theory with real-world experience. He understands government and finance. He knows how they intertwine. This makes his analysis particularly insightful. Rickards doesn't just crunch numbers, he connects the dots. He sees the bigger picture. He understands the motivations of governments and institutions. This allows him to anticipate their actions and predict their consequences. U.S. economy. Living on borrowed time? The U.S. economy is a giant. It's the largest in the world. But even giants can stumble. Rickards argues that the U.S. is living on borrowed time. The problem? Unsustainable levels of debt. The U.S. government keeps borrowing and spending. The national debt is soaring. This can't go on forever. Think of it like this. Imagine a family spending more than it earns. They keep putting everything on credit cards. Sooner or later, the bills come due. They can't keep up with the payments. The same logic applies to countries. When debt becomes too large, it becomes a burden. It stifles economic growth. Rickards argues that the U.S. is approaching this tipping point. The debt burden is becoming too heavy. The government will have to make tough choices. These choices could be painful. They might include cutting spending or raising taxes. These measures could slow down the economy. They could even trigger a recession. Iceberg right ahead. Rickards' chilling predictions. Rickards sees trouble ahead for the U.S. economy. He predicts a series of seismic shifts. These shifts could reshape the financial landscape. One major concern is inflation. Prices are already rising. Rickards believes this is just the beginning. He warns of a potential surge in inflation. This could erode purchasing power. It would hit ordinary Americans hard. Another concern is the dollar. The dollar is the world's reserve currency, but Rickards believes its dominance is waning. He predicts a decline in the dollar's value. This would have far-reaching consequences. It would make imports more expensive. It could fuel further inflation. Rickards also warns of a potential financial crisis. He sees similarities between the current situation and the period before 2008. He believes another crash is possible. This time, it could be even worse. The consequences would be dire. Millions could lose their jobs. Retirement savings could evaporate. The economy could plunge into a deep recession. Section 4. Investors and you. Navigating the storm. Jim Rickards' warnings are a call to action for investors. He believes it's crucial to prepare for the coming storm. His advice? Diversify your investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. He recommends considering assets like gold and silver, which are considered safe havens during economic turmoil. Rickards also emphasizes the importance of understanding risk. Investors need to assess their risk tolerance and be prepared for potential losses. He encourages investors to stay informed. Keep up with economic news, understand the forces at play. This will help you make informed decisions. But Rickards' message is not just for investors. It's for everyone. The potential economic turmoil he describes would impact us all. Understanding the risks allows us to prepare. We can adjust our spending habits. We can build up emergency savings. We can make sure we're not overexposed to debt. Section 5. Wake-up call. The time to act is now. Jim Rickards' warnings are a wake-up call. He's not trying to scare people, he's trying to inform them. He wants people to understand the risks facing the U.S. economy. He believes it's not too late to act, but the time to act is now. Ignoring the warning signs is like ignoring a ticking time bomb. The longer we wait, the more dangerous the situation becomes. Rickards urges us to take his warnings seriously. He encourages us to demand better from our leaders. We need to push for responsible policies that prioritize sustainable growth. The future of the U.S. economy is at stake. We can't afford to be complacent. Rickards' message is clear. The storm is coming. Are we prepared?